We're about to tip off a brand new NBA season. So buckle up, folks, because I'm about to break down the top 10 storylines that'll have you glued to your screens all season long. Will Paul George be enough to get the 76 ERs over the hump? George needs to right some playoff wrongs. Paul George was one of the best playoff performers in the NBA during his tenures with the Indiana Pacers and Oklahoma City Thunder, but his most recent stint with the LA Clippers was disappointing, to say the least. Once dubbed Playoff P, George received the much less flattering moniker, Pandemic P. The Sixers give George arguably his best teammate ever in Embiid, although his health is always a factor. Both George and Philadelphia will have a lot to prove in the postseason and expect all eyes to be on them as they lay the groundwork during the regular season. Last chance for Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat? The NBA's perfect marriage might fall apart this season. In 2020 and 2022, Jimmy Butler led the Miami Heat on shocking runs to the NBA Finals, although they would fall short both years. Butler, the defensive mastermind who plays an in-your-face game, is perfect for Eric Spoelstra and Pat Riley's vision of how to build a winner. But public disagreements might result in Butler's exit from South Beach without a ring to show for it. As Butler spent the entirety of Miami's first-round exit last season out with an injury, he was chirping with the Boston Celtics. This prompted a blunt response from Riley. Butler is in the last season of his contract and has a player option for 2025 to 26, although Miami is not eager to extend him, which could signal the end of this era of Heat basketball. Can the New York Knicks rival the Boston Celtics? The Knicks had one of the busiest off-seasons in the NBA. Last year, Jalen Brunson emerged as a superstar. Dante DiVincenzo and Josh Hart both brought talent to the Knicks, and they managed to trade for defensive stopper OG Anunoby. This summer, they let Isaiah Hartenstein walk in free agency but added fellow Villanova alum Mikal Bridges into the fold. Assuming that Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson can stay healthy, the Knicks will be one of the better teams in the NBA, although the Boston Celtics are still the favorites to win the Eastern Conference. The Knicks boast one of the best defensive lineups in the NBA, although Boston has already proven that they can win an NBA championship. It's hard to bet against the loaded roster the Knicks have, and their depth matches Boston's, although the defending champions are favorites to repeat for a reason. Can the Oklahoma City Thunder finally break through? OKC stands to be the next big thing in the NBA. Between the star-studded rosters of the Denver Nuggets, Minnesota Timberwolves, and Dallas Mavericks, the Western Conference will be the most competitive it has ever been. However, the next team up is the Oklahoma City Thunder. After finishing 57-25 last season, the best in the West, the Thunder only got better, adding Hartenstein and Alex Caruso. Chet Holmgren, Jalen Williams, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander are all expected to be even better than they were last season, making the Thunder incredibly dangerous. The Thunder have not made the NBA Finals since 2012 and have never won an NBA championship. Their last Finals roster featured 3 future NBA MVPs and Serge Ibaka, who was one of the league's best defenders. The new-look Thunder seems just as talented and entertaining. Will the Boston Celtics repeat? The NBA has not had repeat champions since the 2018 Warriors. It's been 6 seasons since the NBA last had a repeat finals winner, with the Warriors winning in both 2017 and 2018 against the Cleveland Cavaliers. That 6-year streak is the second longest of the 21st century, so the league is entering an era of parity some fans haven't even seen before. Currently, the Boston Celtics have the best odds to win the NBA title, although they are not the runaway favorites. Even though most fans agree that the West is much better than the East, 3 of the top 5 favorites all come from the worst conference. While Boston is expected to repeat, their journey to the finals this season should be harder than last year.